No, not
I would.
necessarily. I think it's
Not necessarily, right? But it's a thought.
yeah. No, okay. It's like if you can minimize words, can technically then maximize the words 100%.
I
Yeah.
think they're trying to do this
So
whole load thing where you can easily identify your brain. Your brain can see a symbol and associate quicker.
Yeah.
For
not my fucking brain, mate.
I know mine's I know.
I'm aware. No, I have the ability to read. So yes, it is.
Yeah.
I just even if what Blitz could have been response, lightning bolt symbol, same thing.
Well, here's the thing: they might
No.
implement something like that. Quite cool with keyword. Like keyword could be a symbol instead.
But they did.
Prob-
They had Blitz.
Lightning.
Blitz could just mean response on play.
That's what I mean. Like
Because essentially it says response on play.
yeah, basically, yeah.
But do you know what else they could do? Do you know what else they could do to reduce the words? Go back to fucking E's and R's.
True.
Yep.
But the thing is, right? The Blitz scenario is all responses.
Now we put there a B.
But
You
you
have a B.
either make them all E's, right? But that doesn't
Which they
solve.
can be.
But it doesn't solve the problem.
But there isn't a problem to solve there.
Right,
They're trying to solve
okay.
something that's so minor.
How many players did we have on Saturday?
It's like you're saying we're pushing the game at any point. I was in Germany.
But like, yeah, so we had 5 people, right? There has to be a scenario where you can find.
Are you saying you're sitting there, just the same 5 people saying Blitz instead of enhance, and people are going to walk over and suddenly sit down like,
no, but that's being pedantic.
then
what I'm saying,
pointless.
No, that's not my point though. My point is, it's very hard to teach people. I would rather all the tools possible to teach people the game so they pick it up, rather than play the same 4 fuckers every week. Full stop.
I can't believe you just called me a fucking tool.
I know. I called you a fucker.
I can't believe
I called you as a fucker. Actually, I'm probably too.
And we still don't get to play. So like,
I know you're only in the fucking arse end of the country.
The reason why we haven't got any new players is we are not promoting the game.
But here's the thing: I will also tell you from the Americans, right, that do promote the game also have the exact same issues of not being able to retain players.
But it goes from teaching someone forms enhances response to forms enhances Blitz responses.
Right. So right. No, but this is the thing, right? So the thing I said to you is way back, right, was if you want to fix something, you have to be able to provide some level of development to that thing. You can't just be like, oh, but we've always taught people that way. But it clearly doesn't bring people in. It clearly doesn't keep people staying to the game. So how do you fix that problem? You have to do something. You can't just say the old way doesn't work, so we're going to continue with it. That's the problem.
I'm not saying you're wrong, though. I'm just saying that this doesn't have... To me, it's just adding a layer, and it's coming in between things. It's just needlessly complicating a part of the game that was already... Oh, did it?
That's the whole last bit.
Oh, that's the whole bit I was passionate about. What I said is, it doesn't matter. We'll still play the game and we'll try and get the game. Blitz is just a blitz. Come and go. It'll be interesting to see what we do with it.
In order for this game to grow, we have to make changes to at least attempt to retain players.
Yeah, of course. I applaud them for trying new things and making changes. It's just
you can't applaud them and also say this is like a terrible change.
I'm not saying it's terrible. I'm saying that it doesn't add any value. To me, it has no value gain on it at all.
But you're not a new player.
For the gameplay, but it doesn't even for gameplay. I'm just going. I have a 4th thing to interact with now. That's it.
If you're an existing player, it doesn't matter.
But now a new player has a 4th thing to think about.
No, a new player has a segmented way to learn.
But he was already a segmented way to play a game. You're adding a new segment.
Yeah.
You're going form enhanced response to form Blitz enhanced response.
Yeah,
you just added a 4th segment.
Right, but here's the thing. What does Scott do when he teaches? He doesn't show off the fucking response part, right? So he leaves that at the very end, right?
But if you talk about Blitz, you have to talk about response.
So if you're teaching, right? But previously, Scott would just E's and R's, left out the fucking R's. Right?
Aye.
So, like, you've got to see this teaching element of the game that is fundamentally fucked. Like, it doesn't work. It's like that Scott's E's and R's, and he skips out R's, right? Is not retaining players because there's too much information happening on the cards, right? In one instant, right? Whereas now you've got Blitz. Now I'm not going to defend it to the end of the earth, right? Because I don't love it, but I don't hate it. But I know who it's for, and that's the difference. Because when you know what something's for, it makes it way easier to understand what its purpose is. Like, your purpose as an old player, you're saying, well, it does fuck all for me, so it's shit. But that doesn't fix.
I'm saying if we were introduced to this back at Bebop in 2018, I would have gone, okay. It would have just been, okay, a fancy enhance. A response is not a response. It feels like such an in-between hybrid.
You wouldn't have thought like that.
I know he wouldn't have.
You would not.
I know he wouldn't have. Because he's an old player now.
Because that's not how brains work, Adam. You would segment it. Like Connor's fucking, he's bang on the one. You would segment it and you would go, this is the Blitz step now, and we'll do the blitzes. And the thing is, right, let's see you learn. Let's see you learn with Blitz and play, right? Let's see back in the day, they gave you Blitz, and then they take it off you. They get rid of it. Your wee brain goes, where's Blitz? How am I meant to do my things before the enhanced step? That's how it would work. That's how it would go.
So I think also one of the bonuses I've currently had as well.
Responses.
So one of the bonuses I think I've had that I think a lot of people haven't is, see, when these articles have came out and I've done these wee streams and I've read it for the instance of a new player, I think it's helped me every single time one more's came out. I'm clicking with it faster as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel as if I'm maybe ahead of the curve on like what's happening just off of reading the articles. You know,
probably too old pilled at this point to appreciate it for.
Yeah, because don't get me wrong, as I say, I'm not going to defend it in the sense of like, oh, it does a million things for the game. Once you're out of the new player element, it is just additional fucking text. Do you know what I mean? It's just an enhance, really. Like,
I'd really like them to have or show us in another article or some sort of data how it was accepted or how it impacted player play to understand how it impacts them more, or something like
you might find we get that at Gen Con.
It might be. It might be. I just,
to be honest, because obviously they've had to start implementing. So the thing, well, in fact, no, it won't be Gen Con. It'll be further ahead. Sorry. The thing that Gen Con we're going to get is the new demo decks. So we're going to get.
They look fine for teaching the game because they're pretty basic, like Scott was doing anyway. They have one thing on them.
Yeah, they do either nothing or one thing that's just text and numbers. I think that's the way you at a convention teach people a game.
As Scott, the hardest thing.
Then once you get out of convention mode into actual game mode, there has to be a bracket of development. It can't just, as much as we always joke about trial by fire, it's got a horrible retention rate.